What up? How you guys doing? It's day 87 of 2024. So I had a little issue this morning and a confession to make to whoever's listening. I have one little thing from my old life that I still have to take care of. It's a driving situation, and you know, whether I knew or didn't know, I was ignoring it. You know, I wasn't practicing what I preach. You know, I do that about this stuff and other things, you know, but this is the one last thing I have to go in, deal with Massachusetts. You know, I haven't had a license in Massachusetts since 2011. They're saying it's suspended. I'm like, what the? And this isn't the first time it's happened, you know. And usually I just pay the fine and walk away. But, you know, and then there was a situation. So anyway. So it's the one last thing I got to deal with. I got pulled over. He's like, yeah, there's a hold from blah, 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 Massachusetts. And he goes, you might have to pay a reinstatement fee in New Hampshire. He goes, I'm not sure, but I think that's all it is. And I'm like, damn, you know, and I didn't have an attitude with him. You know, I was very upfront with him about everything because someone had accused me of something on the road. But I was with my son, and like, you know, they said I had passed a school bus driving erratically, but I'm bringing my son to that same school. Like, I don't do shit like that just because in the back of my head, you know, I know there's probably something fucked up with my license because I've been ignoring it. You know, and like you tell yourself a lie long enough, you start to believe it. Or I tell myself a lie long enough, I start to believe it, you know. And I'm looking at it like, well, this is a tiny bit left of my counterculture, my criminality, you know. Just like I told myself that BS about drugs, right? Like, you know, and this is Wreckage of the Past from several years ago. Like, I mean, over 10 years ago in Massachusetts. And then, you know, the reinstatement fee that I was supposed to pay in New Hampshire, which I didn't realize. And then I looked at my paperwork and I didn't do it, you know, and that was back when I was still getting high, probably like 2018 or the beginning of 2019. I'd paid the fine, but I paid it late, yada, 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 whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not making excuses. Well, I mean, kind of. In my own head, I do. That's why I haven't dealt with it, right? I mean, I haven't even taken the time to go online and see what I can find out there about whether, you know, if Massachusetts still has something on me or not. I mean, I paid off all these excise taxes from 2011, paid off tickets from 2011. I haven't had a driver's license in Massachusetts since 2011. I've been living up here since then. But anyway, so it's the one last thing that I got to do. Luckily, my daughter, she has her driver's license. I texted my girlfriend, and she's like, hey, we've been through worse, don't worry about it. And so she brought my daughter down, woke my daughter up, and everybody was, you know, they were chill. And, you know, I really do have to give a hats off to the officer. I guess he's a detective. He's in uniform, though. And, you know, he's like, well, we didn't see anything. You were driving fine. He goes, so I don't have any tickets for that. But, you know, I was honest with him. I said, look, yada, 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 you know, Wreckage of the Past type shit. And I was like, you know, I'm willing to do whatever I got to do. And he's like, look, I'm not going to arrest you. You know, I'll give you a summons, deal with that, get the car out of here, you know, don't drive it. So my girl and my daughter came and picked me up, which was very gracious of them. And I didn't have to pay for a tow, you know. And it's literally the last thing that I have left from my 11 years of junkiedom. You know, my 11 years of drug abuse, you know. And some of the stuff is from like Fitchburg where, you know, I OD'd in my car, but they didn't really know that because I came to, but I hit a stoplight, and, you know, it's just bullshit, right? I mean, not bullshit. I could have killed somebody or myself, you know, and that's not bullshit, but like, that was the shit that I was doing on a daily basis, you know, attaching plates, unregistered, uninsured. You know, at least my car's legit, like 100%. I was inspected, insured, registered. But, you know, this is the last gasp of my bullshit life, the wreckage of my past. Luckily, my son wasn't with me when they pulled me over because, you know, it's embarrassing, you know. And honestly, if I think about it, the reason why I haven't dealt with the registry and taking care of this, because I could have, right, is because of embarrassment. You know, I don't do a lot of shit because of embarrassment of what others will think of me, and I still suffer from that. You know, that what others think thing, even if they're strangers. I mean, for the most part, you know, I've let that go. But it's just, you know, I'm fucking 53 years old, man, and I'm still running around out here like a fucking teenager, you know, got their first fucking license or something, you know. I mean, I don't drive like a maniac. I really don't, because, you know, I always have in the back of my head, hey, man, your shit might not be right, so you better go to speed limit and don't do anything crazy. So, you know, I know that legitimately I was good on all that, but, you know, the woman didn't like it. I came a little too close to her around this corner. You know, I can admit, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, because I wasn't passing school buses. I wasn't driving erratically, nothing like that. I came a little too close to her, but no, you know, I mean, not anywhere near her to get into an accident or anything, you know, and she put her hands up. So, you know, that's the only thing I can think of. But anyway, you know, I got to take my own advice. I got to face stuff head on, and I got to take care of it, right? I've been putting it off, right? And now it's caught up with me. And it's going to cost me money, you know. I doubt it'll cost me, you know, it's a misdemeanor. And, you know, it's the one last thing I got to do, you know. So, it's day 87. Or is it day 87? Yeah, day 87. Day 87 of No Excuses 2024. And I just made 6.5 minutes of excuses of why I didn't fucking fix my shit. But I'm doing it now, you know. Luckily, you know, my kid can still get to school, all that stuff, and, you know, I'm thankful that everything went well. And again, the officer or the detective, he was chill as fuck. He was cool. He's like, yo, you been good with me. I ain't gonna hem you up, you know. I'm not gonna this, that, and the other thing. He goes, we ain't got no proof. That was a he said, she said thing, and you seem pretty credible. And so, you know, another thing I got to deal with, but this is the last of it. You know what I mean? That and a little bit of gut I got left, you know, and a little bit of a sugar addiction. But other than that, I'm good. Oh yeah, and nicotine. But I'm not smoking. But anyhow, I'll talk to you later, man. Like, subscribe, and share. I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Peace.